It's Thanksgiving, so let's make some sourdough dinner rolls. Hey guys, I'm Jules. Welcome to Manna from Heaven Sourdough Co. And today on the channel, we're making sourdough dinner rolls. When it comes to Thanksgiving, or honestly any gathering at all with our family, rolls is a staple when it comes to what's on the table. It's a big thing. We all love them. It's something that our great-grandmother always had with big family meals, so it is a must for our Thanksgiving meals. I'll share a little more as we go into the video, but making rolls is really where my bread journey started. Been doing it since I was a kid, and I found out really quickly that it's honestly almost a form of therapy for me, and I really enjoy it. So let's get started. All right, to start things off, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter. You're gonna put this on low heat. And then you're gonna add a cup of milk. Three tablespoons of sugar. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And my dogs are barking again. Apologies. And you're going to melt down the butter and mix this all together. And once your butter is completely melted down, you're going to pour it into the mixing bowl that you plan to mix your dough in. And then you're going to let this cool and get to room temperature, and then you'll start adding in your flour for the dough. Okay, so after this has gotten to room temperature, you're going to go ahead and you're going to add in 100 grams of active starter and 375 grams of bread flour. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix this in with my dough whisk before I add in my flour. Just to make sure it's all dissolved well. Then you'll put it back on your scale and zero it. And you'll add 375 grams of flour. And then you'll mix this all together. Then you're going to cover and let this rest at room temperature for 1 hour. Now we're going to do 3 sets of stretch and folds with 30-minute rests in between. So you just wet your hand and gently stretch the dough up and fold it over. Wetting your hand helps with not letting the dough get as sticky. You just work your way around the bowl until you've stretched it all out. Then you just cover and let it rest for 30 minutes, and then you'll come back and do the same thing. Alright, our last set of stretch and folds. I did the second one, I just didn't film it. Alright, and then we'll cover and let this rest for 2 hours or until it's doubled in size, and then we'll roll them out. So it's been 2 hours, so now we're going to roll them out into our rolls. So you're going to turn your dough out onto your floured surface. And now we're going to divide it into 12. So this is the part that I learned many years ago from my granny. We used to have Sunday brunch every Sunday as a family, and I would go down early and help her roll out the dinner rolls every single Sunday. So she is the one who taught me this rolling method, where you just take it and this one's a little sticky, you roll it, kind of tuck it and then roll it. Now we didn't do sourdough rolls, we did yeast rolls, but she's the one who taught me this method. I probably started when I was about 10, and sadly the Sunday brunches had to stop during COVID, and we just never got back together to doing it. We still have a weekly dinner, but this is where my bread journey started. These aren't too sticky, so you shouldn't have to have any flour. A couple of them are a little sticky, but once you start working them a little bit, they get a little better. It's kind of like riding a bike. Do it all those years, never really forget. The thing I like about this recipe is that now I'm just gonna cover it with plastic wrap, and I'm actually gonna put it in the fridge, and it can be in the fridge for up to 3 days, which is really great for my work schedule and for our family schedule. You could, from here, let them rise for 3 to 4 more hours until they've doubled and then bake them. But I'm gonna put them in the fridge, or I'm gonna cover them first with plastic wrap and then put them in the fridge. And I will see you all in a couple of days. Alright guys, we're back. It's been a couple of days. We started these rolls on Monday and then we put them in the fridge, and now it's Wednesday afternoon and we're ready to start baking them. So I went ahead and got them out of the fridge to start their rise. While they're rising, I wanted to share a little hack that I learned from Therapy by Sourdough. She taught me how you can put your dough or starter or anything that you need to rise quicker on a heating pad to help speed up the process. Here in Virginia, we're in late fall, early winter, so those temperatures have started to drop and our house is cooler, so using that heating pad to help speed up the rise has been very beneficial this afternoon. So as you can see, this is just your generic heating pad from Amazon, and I'll have it linked below. But these rolls, they've been rising and sitting on this heating pad straight from the fridge on high for about an hour and a half now. And when I first started, they weren't touching. So you can see that they've risen quite a bit. I feel like I still want to give them some more time before I put them in the oven to bake. But this heating pad, they would not have risen this much if it wasn't for this heating pad. So I highly recommend this hack. Thank you to Therapy by Sourdough for telling me this, because it has been a lifesaver in these winter months. All right, so it has been a little less than 4 hours with them on the heating pad at high heat. You can see they've risen quite a bit. And so now we're ready to bake. We have our oven preheated to 375. And so we're gonna stick them in there and bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes. And once that time is up, we're going to check them to make sure they've hit 190 with their internal temperature. So stay tuned. All right, these are done. They look really good and golden. So we're just going to test the temperature here. Make sure they've hit 190. Oh, they're at 210. So they are done. So now we're going to butter them. This was for 25 minutes. I'm gonna butter the tops here, and then they will be ready to eat. All right, we'll come back in just a few minutes when they have cooled a little bit and show you what they look like. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it was helpful for you. I also hope that you and your families all have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for each and every one of you and the support you've given me so far. I know we're a small channel right now, but I'm really thankful for each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. I've loved having you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. It's Thanksgiving. My dogs are driving me insane today. Subscribing, no. It to be available to you